shift our focus to that. Corporate donations through electoral trusts have surged in the first financial year after the Supreme Court struck down the government's anonymous funding scheme via electoral bonds, with the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party emerging as the dominant beneficiary. Donations to Congress have halved to 522 crores in 2024-25. Manikam Tagore has now said that funding should be in correlation to votes received and has gone on to accuse the BJP of monopolizing funding. So remember, this controversy will only grow even as the Supreme Court struck down electoral bonds. The one thing that has emerged after that is corporate donations through trusts, electoral trusts. And that also has BJP really dominating with the maximum amount of funding through these corporate donations and these electoral trusts to the Bharatiya Janata Party, while the Congress's donations have been halved to 522, and this is what the number really stands, 522 crores for the financial year 2024-25, and that's why the Congress is pointing fingers against the government of the centre about these electoral trust donations, the corporate donations that have been categorically reserved for the ruling party, the ruling alliance, particularly the Bharatiya Janata Party that seems to be the largest beneficiary of these donations through electoral trusts. A concern that has been raised by senior Congress leader Manikam Tagore, who goes on to say that funding should be in correlation to the votes that a party has received, and gone on to accuse the BJP of monopolizing funding. So that entire row over electoral funding is back into the discourse yet again, even as the bonds have been struck down by the court. The corporate donations through trusts, electoral trusts, is in the discourse at the moment. My colleague Pallavi continues to be with us. Pallavi?
You know, Priya, this is exactly the point that the Congress party has often been raising. And in fact, Mr. Ajay Maken, who also happens to be the treasurer of the Congress party, made this point on the floor of the House in Rajya Sabha, where he said that, you know, the Congress party doesn't have any money, because we don't have access to the kind of funds which are available with the BJP and with the central government, and much of the money is now being diverted. Remember, the electoral bonds judgment was given by the Supreme Court, and that was again hailed by the Congress party as a landmark judgment from the Supreme Court, which considered it to be illegal. But nothing seems to have changed on the ground, is what the Congress is saying. Manikam Tagore echoes the feeling within the Congress that it's not a level playing field as far as election goes. There is muscle power, there is money power, there is vote rigging. All of them coming together gives that edge to the BJP, and also explains why they are winning elections. And Congress, which does not have any funds to carry out basic campaigning, is not able to win elections.
Right, thank you. In fact, Pallavi, the kind of accusation and direct pointed attack that's coming in from the Congress party now will see a lot of responses from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So far, we have flagged and underlined the statements that are coming in from senior Congress leader Mr. Manikam Tagore. What else are they really saying? Because this sort of an emergence really came back 1 week ago, when we had started talking about these trusts, electoral trusts, and the corporate funding through it. Now that bonds are not in place, what is the BJP really saying about it?
See, the BJP has obviously rejected it. BJP says that much of the funding that they're getting is because they are popular. People want to give them their donations and their tax benefits, or whatever may be the reason. But BJP is linking the large amount of funds at their disposal to a transparent procedure, also saying that a large number of BJP karyakartas, not just in India but also abroad, who really want to contribute to a development of the country. And that is the reason why they are giving these kind of funding as far as the BJP is concerned. So they are not going to accept it. But look at the kind of figures which we have up on our screens here. The huge gap. I mean, it's almost over 80% for the BJP. For the Congress party, just at 8%, which is why the Congress will repeatedly make the point, where is the level playing field?
Right. Do stay on, Pallavi. We also have Arunima. Arunima, when Manikam Tagore goes on and speaks about how there must be a correlation to the votes received and that should define funding, what is the exact argument that the Congress is making with this?
Manikam Tagore has made a case for a private member bill. He's gone on to tweet after these after the data came out, and he said if you're comparing the total electoral funding that is coming in with the total vote percentage. For example, he says 36.6% votes that Bharatiya Janata Party has received. For that, 82% of funding and 21.2% vote share that the Congress has received. For that, less than 8% funding. So he's saying that there is a case made out for a private member bill so that there's complete transparency as far as democratic norms are also followed as far as electoral fundings are concerned. Someone who's receiving more than 80% of the funding, it's not as if they enjoy the confidence of 80% of voters as well. That's the case that Manikam Tagore made on behalf of the Congress.
And are they backing it up with any more arguments, considering they are directly attacking the Bharatiya Janata Party? And these are the figures, like you rightly mentioned, we are putting out for our viewers also on the screens. 82% that has been alone reserved for the BJP. But are they basing that argument with any kind of facts and figures, particularly on what and why is the BJP really only receiving such a funding?
See, not in this particular tweet, but we have heard the Congress-led opposition make this point earlier, that central agencies like Enforcement Directorate and Central Bureau of Investigation are weaponized by the ruling dispensation. Whoever gets an ED raid, and this point they made even when the Supreme Court was still scrutinizing the electoral bonds. So the opposition alleged that every time there's an ED raid or a CBI raid or an income tax raid against a corporate, there seems to be a correlation in the funding patterns, electoral funding patterns of that particular corporate. So this argument they have made in the past. Now, however, people like Manikam Tagore are calling for a private member bill, saying government is not going to legislate for complete transparency in the way elections are funded in this country. Maybe it is time for members of parliament to bring in a private member bill.
Right. Thank you so much, Arunima and Pallavi, for joining us.